the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On 1, right?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 25 on second down. Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. The Bengals had 10-3 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! T. Higgins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 72 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that. Pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And now look at this, big gain but a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Ravens have got it.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 34 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
22 yards there, a 1st down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 23. They go play action with Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 93 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson. Got it up. And the ball is knocked out. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Jackson completes to Likely. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Jackson rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them, because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful. And it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
11. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Trotting. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11 and 10.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Slings it to Anderson, it's complete. The tight end has it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Jackson now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
11. Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
12.
Again, it's Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
11, Thomas. Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Hey, can.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. Now Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And McPherson on for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see if there's a...
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Jackson. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big connection on that one. 68 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they...
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can